Oh, that's interesting. They changed stuff in the YouTube Studio panel. New. Okay, there's new stuff? Interesting. Hello, Cole, Schult, and Lucas. Welcome one, welcome all to your monthly Macash stream. It is time for me to play the game again. Oh, the day before my birthday as well. How sick. I'll be finally getting my new mouse tomorrow. Yay, I can not have to like I don't have to like double click accidentally and I can drag and drop things properly. It's gonna be amazing, chat. It's gonna be so good. I'll have a functional mouse. But it is rift mining time. It is time to do a bit of that. What's special about tomorrow? You already know. You already know. Uh, all right. Yeah, it's time. It's time for rift mining as well. We're back in the caves, in the rift mining caves. Yeah, we're back to rift mining. Hello, Syntax. Welcome. But yeah, how are we all doing? How is things happening? I'm not sure if a lot has happened really since I last streamed. Which is kind of crazy considering it's been like quite a while. When did I last stream? Let's see. My last stream was like 2 weeks ago. It's been like a decent amount of time. How's Smash Grind going? Horribly. In one of those. It's funny with Smash Ultimate because sometimes I'll be on like well I've said this before on stream, but like in Smash, I generally have like a very sine wave in my like I have a sine wave in my ability. It goes like sometimes actually it's more like a I don't know how to describe it. It's like one of those more binary waves where it's like on or off. Sometimes I'm doing good. Sometimes like I'm playing great and I can everything's hitting. And then sometimes it's the exact opposite where nothing's hitting. It's fucking over. Sell everything. I forget the Warren Buffett quote. It's not an actual quote, but I like the meme, alright? I like the meme. We can all just pretend it's like a real quote that Warren Buffett said. I actually, hold on a minute. Warren Buffett meme images. Yeah, freak the fuck out and panic sell everything right now. It's fucking over. That is one of my. That is a great image. I love that. Was the 30% XP buff already a thing during the last stream? I don't think it was. That came about between last stream and this one. I'm not sure how recent it was, but it is somewhat recent. Um, but yeah. As part of like the Smash thing though, to end that bit off, I am not doing well in Smash. I'm doing horribly. doing doing very bad. I was playing Samus on uh on regular online mode and I was getting destroyed. It was very sad. How's it going? It is going good, VelW. In general, in things with in general, things are going good. Although I guess like things that I want to progress with, projects wise, I'm all about my projects and things. I've been trying to understand backing up things with Linux, just so if I do inevitably fuck something up, then I'm good. Um, but every it's going all right, and I'm almost like I'm making progress on it. But the thing is, the DD command is just being annoying. Like it's not going as I'd wished. But it's nice to have a test system so that you can test stuff out and anything that might fuck up your system won't fuck up your system because it's on a test system. And because it's on a test system, if everything goes tits up, then I can just wipe the thing and start again. Test systems are great. But yeah, I don't know. Basically DD has not been you know, it's one of those things where I wish I could like speak with an expert on the topic. Like imagine there was just I mean, I'm sure there's like a Discord full of people who are like experts at Linux. And then I just like go in and say like, "Hey, how does DD work though? Like actually though." That'd be sick, man. If I could just like go into a Discord of uh of like an expert on the topic, that'd be sick. Would you want to play it later today? Not really, Mr. Legend. Like it's that bad to where it's like, because it's one of those things where like sometimes I'm playing bad, but I feel like I can do something about it. This is like a separate thing to the am I playing good or not. There's also a thing of like, do I feel like I can improve/control my character? Can I like do I feel like I actually have agency over my own decisions in Smash? And I'm also in that like part of like I don't know how to play the game anymore. Because sometimes I'll be doing good and I'm like, I really know why I'm doing good. Like I did that, I did insert thing here and I can actually uh know why I did good. And then I guess I feel like it's a lot rarer for me to like have a situation where I'm doing good, but I don't know why I'm doing good. But I guess that probably does happen. But then you have the obvious one of like, I'm doing bad, but I don't know why I'm doing bad, and that's where I am. I'm in that situation, and it is rage inducing, very rage inducing. I wanted to show you my new cloud. Maybe later on then. Maybe later on. But if you're working on your Cloud, then have fun. Cloud is a good character. You've got that up B out of shield, you've got really big aerials, you've got back air, you've got limit and things. You've got loads of things with Cloud. It's a fun character. But then, I guess more on like hypixel things. Uh, they have like a okay. There's a few things actually with hypixel. Um, it's interesting that Hytale is somewhat coming back. It's interesting. I was never really in on Hytale, but I thought with like Riot cancelling it, it would be like it's over type thing. You know, it's never coming back. But it seems like Simon, the owner of Hypixel, well, I guess Hytale now, because he's rebought it from them. So that's somewhat interesting. But I've never, you know, I've not really been into Hytale, so I don't really, I don't have much to say on it. And then they had like a new game mode as well on Hypixel. I don't, I saw there was like an announcement for it, but I don't know whether it's already out or if it's, you know, it's a coming soon type thing. I'm pretty sure it's a coming soon thing, but that was another thing. That was a thing they were doing. Whole new game mode on the server. That's my Hypixel news review, I guess. Actually, I'm going to go back to the Linux topic because I like the idea of what I was thinking about. You know, it's interesting with the internet that you can basically talk to experts on things, um, whereas like, you know, before the internet, you know, you wouldn't like in theory, the best person in the world at insert subject here. You know, if you weren't in their country or like region or whatever, then you know, you wouldn't be able to like learn from that. But with the internet and like instant communication and shit, it is pretty sick that for whatever thing that you want to do, you can just have like the collective knowledge of humanity and learn from that. I don't know. That's pretty sick. The trailer for the new mode looked cool. Can't wait for that sort of content to appear in Skyblock. Yeah, I'm not. Is it a little bit like a Dungeons thing? Like, how close is it to Dungeons, really? I saw bits of a trailer of it, so I'm not particular. I don't know. I'm not sure if there are people who know more about it in chat, or whether we are all um, just we all don't know. but but yeah, it seemed like a Dungeons thing from the very small bit of the trailer that I've seen. Or I guess more that I remember. I don't know whether I've seen the whole trailer. You picked him up because you wanted to play a Final Fantasy VII character. Huge fan of it, but Sephiroth is so bad I can't do anything with him. True. Only know what I saw in the trailer. Looks like dungeons. Yeah, I think from what I saw as well, it was just dungeons. I mean, if it's the good parts of dungeons where it's like just combat. Actually, now that I think about it, I remember seeing like they made a big thing about 1.21 features and there was like custom models and shit. I think there might have been custom animations. That does look cool. I think from what I remember. I'm going off of like very little memory from what. Maybe I should pull that shit up, Jamie. Maybe I should like actually pull up the trailer and get some accurate information on it. But from what I remember, it was pretty interesting. Talking more about the 121 tech. Yeah. OMG mining high. Hello, PogChamp. You can think of it as Roblox, but good. Roblox was good. I remember playing that when I was like, I actually can't remember how old I was, but you know, I was a kid, and I had fun. There was many good games back then on Roblox. You had like Base Wars. I mean, I think they're probably a lot less refined than the games now. But the concepts of those games are really good. You know, I had a good time. Roblox has evolved into something sinister now. I mean, yeah, I have seen that, and that is. Well, I've seen what has been said about Roblox, and yeah, it's not great. I tell us sort of like Roblox, but it's not going to be full of microtransactions. Yeah. It's funny because I've played a lot of microtransaction riddled games. In fact, I'm playing them right now. I'm literally into Boom Beach right now. I don't spend money on them, but I did with Clash Royale a few years ago, and that was not good. Back in secondary school. But Boom Beach was fun. Not even was, it is fun. Boom Beach, been playing that. Clash of Clans, I've just been like upgrading my base. Like actually playing Clash of Clans, not like attacking and shit in Clash of Clans. It is not as enjoyable to me. Like, attacking in Boom Beach actually kind of, um, you know, it's actually fun enough. Like it's not that, you know, it's not the best game of the world or anything, but it's like it's definitely better than Clash of Clans, I would say, in terms of attacking. Like, I much prefer Boom Beach gameplay wise. And then I don't know. Upgrading anything in those games just feels satisfying. It's the satisfaction of upgrading your stuff. Also, there's not any good mobile games, man. Like those are all right, but there's no like Angry Birds. And I mean good Angry Birds, like, you know, classic Angry Birds. Um, I mean, you know, there's still the old games out there like Bad Piggies or like all the like Cut the Rope, all those old games that are like really good. They're still there and all, but there's no new ones like them that are in, or at least I haven't seen any new ones like them that are interesting and, you know, I think mobile games did have some cool new design stuff. They're making Angry Birds Space 2. Hopefully, man. Angry Birds Space was sick. That was a banger of a game. The thing is, though, they've made like Angry Birds 2 just as a like Angry Birds as a game was good. You know, even when they added in the microtransactions things, they barely impacted the gameplay. You didn't need to spend money to beat a level. You just needed to get good. Um, but with like Angry Birds 2, it's just shit, man. It's just that, or it just doesn't hit the nostalgia the same, or it just doesn't hit the same anymore. I don't know why. Angry Birds 2 is just not it. So hopefully they don't do the same thing with Angry Birds Space 2. Angry Birds Space was great. And then also Angry Birds Star Wars. But then I think I missed that one because I only remember playing Angry Birds Space 2, which was also really good. But then I think that has been discontinued as well, so 'tis a shame. Where have the good mobile games gone? Do I have to make them, chat? Should I make a game this year? I mean, maybe not this year. There's not much of the year left to start making a game. I need to start or restart working on the games that I have been making, but yeah, that unfortunately is behind a few other things, and it's behind making the Linux backup thing. I want to once I have the Linux backup thing going, then you know it's one step to getting back to working on games and stuff. Is this the #1 XP method? If only. Actually, I would probably not prefer this if it was like the best XP method. I kind of, I quite like, whatchamacallit? What's the thing called? I like comms. Glaciite comms as the best XP method. I think it's good. I don't know if it's gotten a bit old, or maybe I've just not done it in so long that I haven't got into it. Yeah, no, I did say it right. I said glaciate tunnels comms. Um, but yeah, I just maybe it's I haven't done it in a long time, but yeah, I don't know. Um, do you still play Roblox? No. What I did like about Roblox was there was some games that I saved, and that's one of those things that I wish I did more back when I was a kid was save the websites that I used to go to that had really good games. And, you know, obviously looking back, of course you can say I wish I'd saved them, but obviously at the time I was not thinking about that. I was more like I knew where to go to get them. Obviously have forgotten it since then. Um, but I don't know. I played some banger games. I do remember some things like Miniclip and uh, there was one called like Viv or something. I forget the exact name of it, but there were some that I remember. But yeah, I wish I had noted down more. What do you prefer, Glaciate, Comms, or MFM? It's a really good question. See, the problem is it's not a direct one is a direct upgrade from the other. Like the things that I like about MFM is the insta mining, the multi-ability use stuff, and mining basically being 100% of the method. Like there's no opening your commission thing to claim commissions and all that sort of thing. But I didn't like the setup. And that was probably the main thing. The setup was it meant that like you had to really commit to it. So you couldn't just like, oh, I'll do it for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and you know, it means that like if you have a setup, then you also really don't want to leave, or you don't want to stop until you're like really forced to. Um, so then like the good things about Glaciate commissions being it's non-committal. You can just go in and out whenever you want. Um, and then like the thing is though, XP rates are higher with Glaciate comms. You can give a plus to Glaciate comms because of that, but that's a bit of a I don't know. I don't think that's like a good reason to say like it's not about the method itself. If Magmafield's Mithril gave the same XP or more, then that's a moot point, isn't it? So I think you have to ignore the XP level of it. But then I guess one of the other things about Glaciate comms, other than like you know like ease of getting into it, uh, what else? It is somewhat fun to try and sweat it out, but then it's also kind of fun to sweat out MFM. But I feel like it's slightly more fun to sweat it out with Glaciate comms than MFM. I think MFM probably I would prefer. But there are some things that are just better about Glaciate comms, mainly the non-committalness of it. The variety is also kind of nice, but then it's also kind of annoying because you kind of want to mine the same thing if you're doing it for a long period of time instead of like going between one thing and another. But then because you're going between one thing and another so often, it's almost like mining the same thing, if you get what I mean. Like that is just part of the method. I don't know. You could say like MFM's an 8 out of 10, and then Glaciate. Actually, no, bump that up. MFM's like a 9 out of 10, and then comms are like an 8.5 or an 8. no fun mithril method. Not anymore, probably. They got rid of the double XP on Crystal Hollow's mithril, didn't they? I keep forgetting whether that's still a thing, but I'm 90% sure they got rid of the double XP on it. Blaze site tunnels commissions are cooler, pun intended. MFM is hot though. Yep. It is kind of funny though. You go from one XP method being worried about heat, and then the other XP method, or you know, the XP method that replaces it, you're worried about cold. It's kind of funny. It's funny how it flips like that. You got all the old mobile game APK files and installed them through BlueStacks, and it's such a wonderful time replaying everything again. Yeah. I mean, especially for like the good games, because, you know, there'll be some games that, I don't know how to describe it, like, there's a game called Flight, I think. I think it's better to describe it with all of the Flash games, because that's a bit, I think that illustrates my point better. They're old games, but they're still bangers, you get what I mean? And sure, you may move on from them, but because they're bangers, you want to go back and play them. So that's why at some point, I noted down, like, in my long list of to-do things, is to go through Flashpoint. I forget what it is. Like, it's some archive of old Flash games, basically, but I forget how. I don't even know whether it will run on Linux. That's a concern that I'll have to have in the future whenever I go and look into doing the whole Flashpoint thing. But yeah, there's a bunch of old Flash games that either I'd like to remake in my own idea of how they should have been made, or I'll just play them. Because there's a whole bunch of Flash games that are fucking great, man. It's so good. It's a shame that I won't be able to remember the good ones off of my, off of my brain, off of the top of my head. But I forget the castle one, which is basically like Angry Birds, but you had a trebuchet, and like Angry Birds, you'd be knocking down towers and things. Castle Crash or something. Castle Crashers is the game that my skin comes from. I haven't played Castle Crashers, which makes it funny because people think I'll be like a fan of that game. But the real reason of my skin is because in playing the PS4 version of Minecraft, I didn't want to have the default skin, so I just looked for a skin that I thought looked cool. So I took the orange knight because the red knight was paid. You had to like buy a pack of skins. So I used the orange knight on PS4, and then on PC you can use whatever skin you want. On Java, based Java edition, you can just have any skin. So I chose the red knight skin because I was paywalled before. Law, Makash skin lore for you all that I've said on stream before, probably. So I don't know how many people knew / didn't know that. Anyway, now that I think about it, what is that? Hold on, I need to know what that game was. Was it Castle Crash or something? Castle Crash game. Nah, it's not Castle Crashers. And it's clearly not Castle Crash. Hold on. Angry Birds like medieval Angry Birds like game. Images. Crush the Castle, that's what it's called. Crush the Castle. That was a banger. That was such a banger game. You had like a void one as well. Because you had like... It was cool because you had like an upgrade path of things. You had... You could throw like one wooden thing, and then you could do 2, and then 3. and then it upgraded to stone, and then you could do 2 and 3 of that, and then you did iron, and then I think after that was you had some special ones like acid and fire and a black hole. It was fucking. We need more fucking epic stuff like that. More mechanics and less. Um, yeah, like mechanics are the fun stuff in games. And that was back when people were all on about graphics and stuff. Like, oh no, but the graphics. When realistically, games are all about the mechanics and the gameplay. And I'm pretty sure nowadays people are more on the gameplay over graphics, but it is what it is. It is Crush the Castle 2009. Angry Birds copied it, and then Angry Birds got popular and Crush the Castle didn't. Yeah, it is unfortunate. It's like how Bejeweled Blitz was just the better match 3 than um, Candy Crush, but Candy Crush has all the grandparents playing it, grandmums. They cornered the grandmum market. Bejeweled, good game though. I played that on fucking Facebook. I literally had Facebook just for games. I played Farmville. I played fucking basically a ton of what would have been mobile games. Now that I think, they had the classic mobile game thing of you had a premium currency, and I don't know. There was like a Clash of Clans like as well, but it was it's different to Clash of Clans because it was a bit more like Farmville and Clash of Clans where you had a base and I should know the name of that game. Hold on a minute. Facebook Clash of Clans like game. Images. Hold on a minute. I can't find it in images. See, you know what? For all I don't like AI, if AI can find the thing that I'm looking at, then that's fine. Because that's like, you're not relying on AI to do anything important. You literally, if you're using it to like search for something, and then, if you're using it to find something, I think that's one of the one uses for AI that doesn't piss me off. There's many uses for AI that piss me off though, like when people use it for like problem solving or something. That pisses me off. Hold on a minute. What's a Facebook game that's like Clash of Clans? Um, I'm gonna put old in there. Let's see. Backyard Monsters? Hold on a minute. That is the first thing. That was the first thing ChatGPT said. Uh, ooh, um, hold on a minute. It is not that. Ah, fuck. Old Facebook games? What if I did that? Images. But then, like, how old is old, you know? Farmville was a banger, though. Then you had, like, a city one as well. You had a cafe one. Yeah, this Cafe World. Classic Facebook game. Had a fish tank one. Where's the one that I'm fuck? See, it's annoying because it's like Clash of Clans, but it's a bit more like Farmville in that it's more of a base builder than it is attacking bases. Fuck. Oh, hold on. Something Empire. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Old Facebook Empire. It definitely. I saw some like title and Social Empire. Hold chat. I think I have it. Social Empire. Yes. It definitely didn't used to be called this. I'm 90% it's Social Empires. Hold on a minute. I think I found it. I think it's called Social Empires. Yeah. I'm 90% sure it's that. Social Empires. That game. That is the game that I was looking for. It is it is old. Well, I don't know. Is it that old? It was a game that I used to play on Facebook. That's the kind of Facebook game you had. Like Bejeweled Blitz. There was like a dungeon crawler one as well. That was really good. Oh, shit. YouTube chat wouldn't load for me, so I'm here now. I see. Well, welcome, Oti. In Twitch chat this time. I have people in Twitch. And it's not going to just be only Mr. Legend. We both have Flashpoint. I don't have Flashpoint. It's a project for later, but I am going to probably do that at some point. Angry Birds Star Wars was peak, yeah. You got a Flash game archive that has every Flash game ever, yeah. I might almost be done? Yeah, I'm pretty much almost done with it. And I'm going to need to do more Timite. That is a yike. Not too much more Timite, though. So I can do 5, which means I need 5 32s, which is... why can't I do basic maths? How many stacks is that? 2.5 stacks? That's 2.5 stacks. Yeah. I need 2.5 stacks of... Wait, I need more than that. Shit. Oh no. Okay. Do you just mine in the rift now? As of recent, yes. I have been doing a bit of rift mining. I did do a Glaciate comms at some point. I think the previous stream I might have done a bit of it, but then I think I was getting kicked. So I think there's a mod that I need to update that that is getting me kicked, I think. Not through hypixel purposefully kicking me. As in like, oh, you know, your mod is doing something we don't like. I think it's... I actually don't even know if it's the mod though, that's the thing. But basically when switching servers doing Glaciate Tunnels commissions, it was kicking me from the server. What other methods do you like? Well, I will like doing gold, but I think I need to do a setup for that, don't I? Then of all, hold on, I've been away from skyblock, but they still haven't done what's the word? Need to disable cheats SMH. They still need to do whatchamacallit. Heart and Mountain presets. Yeah. They need to do that. We need to like we as a society, as a skyblock society need to pressure the admins. We should be requesting Heart and Mountain presets. I feel like I'm the only one that wants them. I don't know if I haven't seen anyone else requesting that. I wonder if the new mining guy, maybe he requests Heart and Mountain Tree presets. That'd be great. The rift is nice. I've done some rifting today. Hell yeah. What did you rift, OT? Did you, or are you mining youngite like me? Or, you know, timite, I guess. Hot F presets, please. No need for mining. I want Heart and Mountain presets. Okay, if we can get both, then that'd be great. It should be the same fucking code, I'll tell you that. If they're doing shit properly, they should be able to make the change to both relatively easily. It shouldn't be hard to do it for both, as opposed to doing it for only one. Hello, OT. YouTube chat is loaded. Nice. It's not a very complicated setup. It's just how much I need to change from my my XP setup. Because if I'm going from just XP to going all in on collection, then maybe I want to buy a separate like I could either buy a separate divan armor set for fortune and put jaded on it, etc, etc, or I could just, you know, put jaded on my current and only one. Just reset the tree. But I'd prefer having presets, that's all I'm saying. And I don't know, maybe Heart of the Forest presets would also be nice. How about that? See, if we had presets, we have presets for fucking what is it called? That one like point thing in you know, we have presets for that thing. Maxwell's points or whatever it's called. I remember the name of the NPC for it, but I don't remember the name of the accessory bag. Oh, tuning points. Yeah, we have presets for tuning points, I'm pretty sure, but we don't have preset. Well, to be fair, I think the tuning points are probably easier to do than Heart of Mountain, but still, Heart of Mountain presets would be so great. And then, you know, you might as well do Heart of the Forest presets as well. Basically the same thing. Assuming you know how to insta-mine. I am aware. It's nearly December. True. Very true. Not a lot of perks affect gold, so maybe you could have some sort of hybrid. Maybe. Maybe I could just have like a nerfed gold setup then. A nerfed gold setup until they add in presets. And then I'll change my tree. Otherwise, I just stick with the XP tree, just because laziness. It'll probably be one of those things where I just have my XP tree, and then people are like, "What? Why is your tree so bad for gold?" And then eventually I change it to gold, and then they add in presets. Classic skyblock moment. Like the mountaintop, the ice mirrors are nice. Tier 5 Vamp Slayer. All good things. Real and true. Can't wait for it to be dark at 4 PM and for cold/wet/icy British nights. I mean, it's already dark quite early. I mean, it's dark right now, but I guess 9:20 p.m. isn't too isn't too late for it to be dark. But still, it is quite or it gets dark quite early, yeah. Already. But that is true in that after I've done my whole like this probably I don't know if it'll be the last Rift stream, but I could do gold after this. Is what I'm thinking. After this little bit of a Rift detour, I can then do a really scuffed gold setup and then just do gold whenever I'm on stream. Did you see the storm the other day? Uh, I mean, there's been rain. It was snowing. Snowing in November, chat. That's crazy. Gold stream. Will we get Hytale before Makash does gold? Probably not. I mean, I don't know. Have they done a pre-release version of Hytale already? Or because I don't know. I don't know how. Because they've done something like a pre-release type. Is it a pre-order? Yeah, I don't know. Many a thing I do not know about the Hytale situation. The Hytale situation is crazy. But gold, you never know. Gold might be next stream. It might be a very scuffed gold setup. Like it might just be my mining XP setup, but I'm doing gold. But you never know. Next stream might be gold. What if it happens at the same time? How about that? How about we get Hytale and Makash does gold? Makash does gold live on stream. And then I will finally be on my way to 1 billion gold. I have a good time. I'll have an easier time figuring out titles then, because it'll be like there'll be a little bit more of a preset there of. Actually, I was thinking like, oh, I could do the number and then out of 1 billion gold collection, but then I don't know if I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. It'll probably just be gold-related stream titles. We're over here, it's pitch dark at 5 p.m. They haven't, but they plan to have it out really soon, probably before 2026. That is interesting. I wonder how that works though. Like he bought it from Riot, right? So I guess Riot just gave him what they had, I guess. And it's in a good enough state to do a pre-release? How does this work? How does any of this work? If it's in a state that you could pre-release it, then why didn't whatever. It is what it is, man. Before 2026 and Makash does gold next stream, guess it'll be Hytale first then. I was looking at it like, oh, has it been a month since our last stream? But then it was 2 weeks. It might be 2 weeks until the next one as well. You never know. You never know. Maybe the gold stream will actually be soon. Maybe there is reason for hopium in the world. We can have the hopium that things might get better. Much like having a Makash gold stream. That's right, chat. Things that get better. Having a Makash gold stream. Hell yeah. A Makash gold stream, the long sought after Um, finally doing gold. It's always 2 weeks. Not always. It was what I think there was that one time where it was like the day after the previous one, or you know, maybe like 2 days after. Maybe the gold stream is a fiction. Maybe the gold stream isn't imaginary. Fogchamp. Maybe the gold stream is real. Maybe it is real. You just have to believe. If you believe hard enough in the gold stream, it'll happen. My gosh, gold stream before GTA 6. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Isn't GTA 6 in like 2027 now? I'm not surprised that they're delaying it over and over again. I expected it. But, you know, it is funny regardless. Maybe the Makash gold stream was the friends we made along the way. No, it's real, I swear. The Makash gold stream is real, and it will happen. When it will happen, no clue. But it will happen. Hi, I haven't played Skyblock in a while. Just want to say hi. Well, hi to you as well, Lucy. I also haven't played Skyblock in a while. Well, it depends. You count like 2 weeks as a while. I was also on a little bit. No, I say this. I did refuel my minions because I almost forgot that I need to do that. I was in full like forgetting Skyblock mode chat, and I don't know how long I left my minions for with them being unfueled. I might not stream me like collecting, because I have streamed the most or I have streamed a few times me collecting my minions, and maybe next time I won't, because it probably won't be as good. It'll be sad. Like, you wouldn't want the previous minion collecting stream. I think I had like 4 stacks of enchanted pack dice. You wouldn't want to see it be like 1 or 3 stacks. You wouldn't want to see anything less than 4 stacks being collected. It just wouldn't be the same. "18 days for you. You'll make it into a month. Possibly. We'll see if they release something, an update that will bring people back. I mean, I'm glad that Duralius makes update videos, because otherwise I'd lose track on what has happened since I last played. It is just actually quite useful having Duralius make those videos. Just so I know what has... Because, actually, he doesn't make... I don't know if he makes an update or video on, like, every minor one. Because there are some times where they'll make, like, oh, here's a small patch today that actually fucking entirely breaks some meta method. Because it's like a small patch that's in between like a few bug fixes. No one really says anything about it. I swear that just happens sometimes. They'll make a bug fixing patch, and then some people just ignore like massive implications of it. But what if it's derpy plus 30% XP boost? Then that will be quite unfortunate. That'll be very unfortunate, because I'll have like a lot less ice than I would usually have in those minions, so I'll be kind of, yeah, very sad. Gold stands for gold. Oh lol. What? You've been playing modded Minecraft? Yeah. Modded is good. It's nice. Modded Minecraft is a very fun time. I'm still waiting and hoping for mods like Galacticraft to have a nice update. Because I think Galacticraft's probably been in a bit of an update hell, maybe? I'm not entirely sure, I haven't really looked on it, but I don't think Galacticraft has been updated in a while. And then Tinkers as well is a bit of a weird one. Like, they update to new versions, but it doesn't seem like they get... It seems like they get less features over time. I don't know. Tinkers is still fun. There's certain mods in Minecraft that are just really nice. Tinkers, Galacticraft, and I don't know, basically just a lot of stuff that is in Sky Factory. That mod pack did add in just a whole bunch of good ones. It's not like it's not like I found Tinkers from that mod pack, but it's just such a good mod that it gets incorporated in basically everyone. Every single mod pack. Playing with some of the best mods ever, Galacticraft, Witchery, and Blood Magic. I think that was in Sky Factory, or maybe one of the earlier Sky Factories. Because I remember playing Sky Factory 2.5, and I don't know whether I played 3, but I remember playing 4, and I don't think I've played 5. But there's just some mods in Sky Factory that I wouldn't add into a mod pack that I'd make myself. And one of those is Draconic Evolution, not because, like, I wouldn't add in Witchery or Draconic Evolution. It's just more for the fact that they don't fit the what I'm going for with the mod pack. And I think it's more with Draconic Evolution as well. Draconic Evolution really fits Sky Factory for what it is. And then, I guess it doesn't... I don't think it fits other mod packs as well, but either way, it's a fun mod to play around with. The gold stream isn't real, not because Makash won't mine gold, but because Makash won't ever stream. As I stream, you say? You say this as I stream. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Oh, my mouse. Today doesn't count. Why doesn't today count, eh? Why not? Today absolutely counts. It is a stream, is it not? Today is a Rift day. Do the Rift streams not count? Are Rift streams real streams? Do I have to bring back the Rift music? Because I haven't been bothered to put it on. I should bring back the Rift music. The Rift music is banger stuff. Absolute banger track. Was it Rayman? Hold on a minute. Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Is it this one? Yeah. Hold on a minute. It's a specific track in Rayman 2, The Great Escape. OST. Which one is it? It's like the Warp Room or something. It's that one, but I'm trying to find a loopable OST version. You know what, I can't be bothered. But you heard it. You heard it there. That's the Makash Rift theme. It's Makash mining stream number 100,000. Oh, I mean, that's what the Makash streams are, man. That's what these streams will be. They're here for me to mine and yap. I wouldn't be foraging and yapping. It just wouldn't be the same, chat. Not that foraging is bad or anything. Just Just wouldn't be the same. It's mining all the way. And then maybe a bit of foraging when the next island for foraging comes out. And I think when the next island for foraging comes out, it might mean that I have to do more foraging than I have currently. But I guess we'll see, because we don't know whether the next island for foraging means that I'll have to put in a lot of time foraging or not. What would Makash be without mining? Certainly wouldn't be mining, that's for sure. If I wasn't mining. So true. The game I'm almost excited for isn't Hytale, it's Subnautica 2. Isn't I thought Subnautica 2 was already out or something like that. I think I'm thinking about the DLC. I think that's what I'm thinking about. Every day I think, how can Makash mine every day without getting bored, and now he's in the Rift. Well, I mean, the Rift has mining, so how can I not get bored in the Rift? It's got mining. Well, how can I get bored in the Rift? It has mining, and therefore I'm not bored. There you go. Hey. You would be here... Hold on a minute. I would be here if I didn't want to be, so you're doing something right. Hell yeah. Also, did I say hello? Hey, did I say hello to Awesome Elite? I don't know if I did. But if I didn't, hello Awesome Elite. He is awesome and elite. How much does Subnautica 2 cost? Is it out though? Subnautica 2 on Steam. Ah, well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, Subnautica 2 coming soon to early access. Doesn't seem to have a price on it. And I don't know, maybe there's like an indication of what price it will come out at, but Makash only mine. Oh, thank you, hypixel. Very cool. See, I don't know why I did that actually, because I only have hypixel in my server list now, which is weird because I should have my regular server list. I think it doesn't have. I think what actually is the issue is that I have it on my default, on my vanilla one, but I don't have it on my hypixel one, which should be a very simple fix though. I could quite literally do it now. It wouldn't even stop me from streaming. You think about it, Dungeons has mining because of the Dungeon Breaker. Does that mean you're going to do Dungeons soon? Nah. Nah. Not even close. Not even close. By the way, I do prefer they, them, so please use that for me. No problem. I will use that. The issue is that you're using Linux. Fuck's sake, man. What do you mean, Artie? Linux is fine. It is fine. Gotta go, see ya. Have a good stream. See ya, Mr. Legend. If Dungeon Breaker could have compact, that would be so cool. That's true. I mean, the thing is, like, mining in dungeons, you don't really... See, it's technically been there for a while. It's been there for a long time, but then unofficially in the Ghost Pick slash Stonk. It's been there for for a long time. And I don't know, I can't really consider it mining. I can't. I can't do it. It's not the same, man. It's not something that I think we can consider mining. It is not past the rank of mining. Did you max out the dungeon breaker with a recom yet? No. There are, eh, yeah, skyblock is really in like a maintenance mode for me. Because I just, I'm pretty sure they added in a new talisman that gives magic find and, it's basically one that I need, but I haven't got it yet. I don't know. The game's really in maintenance mode for me at the moment. You're not a real miner. What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean, man? Fuck. Real miners max out the dungeon breaker? Can I even mine with the dungeon breaker? Or is it dungeons only? If it's one of those things where it's like, I can only use the dungeon miner in dungeons, which would make sense. Also, it's dungeon breaker, not dungeon miner. If I can only use the dungeon breaker in dungeons, then it really does feel a bit more like dungeons than mining. Real miners do foraging. You know, sure. It's dungeons only. Damn. I'll do foraging at some point. It may not be as uh, it may not be as likely as gold, but foraging might happen. It'd be a lot more likely to happen if they added in another foraging island, which I think I mean, that's like their next large project, isn't it? It's going to be in like 2026, in the middle of 2026 probably, which might be the next Maccash stream. I don't know. Real minorities do mining? What the hell? Foraging 54 is free. What even is my foraging? My foraging is... Hold on a minute. I'm foraging 47. I see. Yeah, I'm not doing well in my foraging, am I? You second Hush. He's very right. I'll do foraging at some point. Maybe. Maybe. Linux user when nothing opens, Linux is fine, this is how I like it. You say that, and then everything works on my system. I'll have you know. Foraging 60 does exist, I just don't have the... Actually, I don't know if Foraging 60 exists. It's 50 something, I think. You see, this is what I mean. I'm not like... I'm not in the skyblock knowing circle, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not a knower. I don't know the skyblock stuff anymore, man. I used to know, but I do not. But yeah, OT, everything on my system works. I'll have you know. I'll have you know it's been working fine for me. It's probably less than 4 hours, unironically. It may be when you have your setup maxed out to get that level of XP. But I don't doubt that it's quick regardless. I don't know. I don't know when I'll do foraging. Other than the more obvious ones where it's like, the new foraging island comes out, then yeah. But otherwise, I'm not sure. I mean, I've still got gold to do. That will probably be the theme of the upcoming streams. Will just be gold all the time. Instead of rift mining, I'll be gold mining. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe after 1 billion gold? I feel like 1 billion gold is one of those things that's going to take ages. Not because it does take ages, more because I won't put a lot of time into it. Much like my rift mining. Why gold? Uh, well, I've wanted to get 1 billion gold for ages, but also glaciate tunnels commissions have to go in and out of mine shafts and all that sort of thing. And doing that, as of recent at least, has got me kicked. Which realistically I can fix that. But I guess it's easier to just change the thing I'm doing at the moment than actually fix my own problems. I should just fix my problems, man. I should just fix the thing. Oh well. But I need to do gold anyway. I need to do 1 billion gold. And there's not much lobby swapping. Well, I say that. I don't think I'll get kicked for it. In fact, fuck it. I can test it out now. Warp CN. Well, fuck me, I guess. You know what? Fuck it. We'll try it again and see if it works. Okay, let's say, oh, this doesn't have a Mines of Divan. I've forgotten how I usually pronounce that. It's contentious amongst skyblockers. I should also probably have a compass. Maybe. And I'd probably need to change my pet rules to Goblin. I'm not even sure how rare Mines of Divans are. You're doing 1 billion gold right now and getting a decent amount of XP towards 10 billion XP? Hell yeah. I remember you doing Obsidian. Was that your main thing? I think you also did a bunch of XP as well. Wasn't even paying attention. Why do you mine gold again? Oh, I want to get to 1 billion gold collection. That is my goal. My gold goal. My goal for gold. And then, I mean, that's kind of, I don't know if that's the only collection I have a goal for. Gemstone I wouldn't mind getting in the top 1,000 again. I actually don't know whether I was ever even in the top 1,000 for gold. I might not have actually had that. You did Obsidian prior to MFM? Yeah. I remember. I remember the days of when the Crimson Isle released and I got to like second in Red Sand. I was peak. Is this still titanium? No, I don't think it is. I was too invested with the conversation with Hyperion Hoarder. He does not want a hype. He doesn't have a Hyperion, or he doesn't want a Hyperion. Because I can respect that. I don't have a Hyperion. Still. I feel like it's a little bit, I don't know. Maybe it's more expected for my net worth now, because inflation. Although, has skyblock had a little bit of deflation? Maybe? Let's see. Oh, yep. Wonderful. Wonderful crash. Actually, I don't think that's a crash. I'm not sure what that is. But what am I after? Yeah, I was going to check a few things. So there's economy-wise, there's a few things I want to check. Level 200 golden dragons are still under a billion, so that's annoying. Bit bugs, if I had to guess, are still shit. Yep, they're still shit. Bits in general, I'm pretty sure are still shit. Hypercatalysts, are they still shit? Yep, they're still shit. Crystal fragments kind of track that price anyway, so yeah, they're still as they were. What else am I somewhat invested in? Citrine. I need to like. I think Citrine might be the one that I cave on the fastest because I don't. There is no way now that the update's been out and any speculate. There is no way Citrine is going to change in price anymore. I feel. I have zero hopium left to Citrine. If I had to guess, Lucas has already dumped his position. There's no way he's holding on. Ain't no way. I am this close to dumping on my Citrine. Uh, the only reason to get a hype is dungeons. I see. M7 is in particular hype in floor 7 is just kind of quality of life. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely a dungeons thing. Although people do like to use it for just general combat, but you don't need a hype for general combat. I've gotten by without a hype for a while, for a long time. Although as one of those things as well, I need to do Kudra eventually. And I think at the very least for Kudra you need a Terminator. Maybe. Probably. Some bow, I think. Or maybe not, I don't know. I need to talk to the Kudra people in Mining Cult. Of which there are some. There are some people that have done Kudra in Mining Cult. I don't know if there's many left that do Kudra, but I'll need like a bare minimum list from them. From the Mining Cult Kudra players. What do I need? Do I need a Terminator? I mean, realistically, I need to get carried till... Where is it? All I need to do is to get carried till here. And then I have this. I can recombobulate my Kudra pet and then get my 100 mining fortune on the Crimson Isle. And we're good. Does Mining Cult just have every sweat possible? Not really. It has a bunch of I don't know. It's got Fetcher, and Fetcher was I say was. I'm sure. I think Fetcher is still high. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not a. I don't know. But I do remember Fetcher being like first in skyblock XP at some point. Also, that is not great to hear. Lin Fowl. But does Mining Cult ever... Wait, did I already read that one? Fetcher's pretty good. Fire and Ice did... There are people in Mining Cult that did Kudra. It's just that Mining Cult kind of died and they went to what was it? What guild did they go to? I actually forgot the name of the guild. Does chat remember? What guild did people go to? from Mining Cult. I forgot. Also, I just realized your comment was a question, not a statement. Never mind. I don't. Huh? I don't know. If your comment was a question, then I don't know. Hope not is the answer. Just got Heart of Mountain 7 yesterday. What should I go for next? Heart of Mountain 8? All the way to 10? If I remember correctly, mining is Heart of Mountain level, then powder, then gear, I think. If I remember correctly, that's the way you should do mining. I'm really doing the classic skyblock thing of just going between house roofs. The classic skyblock thing. Alright, what am I doing? The fuck? Are glossies up? I forgot what the normal price of these things are. I'm just gonna sell it. That might be low for it. It could be high, it could be low. It's my skyblock level. It is 368. Okie dokie then. What other things do I need to do economy-wise? I think I checked everything. So bitbugs are still shit. That's still shit. I really need a home for my foraging setup. I kind of want to keep my first jumbo free. There's all my citrine. There's all my hypercatalysts. See, that's another thing, unfortunately, as well, is that instead of having a bunch of hypercatalysts to sell, in theory at a good price, I've actually just been using them. Been using them on my own minions, which was not really what the point of all of that was. It was to, buy it in theory low prices and then sell it sell it at a good price. But did not happen, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that did not go well. Do you think that the admins will extend the 30% XP boost until Derpy? I don't know. I remember Duralius saying in a video about it that the 30% boost was for the rest of the year. And that would sort of make sense, but then I don't know. Did they say how long the boost was for? Did they say anything about the boost? News and announcements. Community celebration event. Server-wide 3x coin and XP multiplier for those who love the minigames. 30% multiplier on Skyblock XP for you Skyblock gamers there. Fuck, what did they say? Use this celebration from us as motivation to get through this year. I don't necessarily say that this is, I don't know, I didn't read too thoroughly into that, but maybe... I get the impression that that's like a, you know, end of this year type thing. But Derpy is in early January. Maybe that's like perfectly lined up then. They stopped the 30% boost in like the exact new year. Or maybe even the 1st of January. And then Derpy is like the 2nd of January or something. I can't remember exactly, but I know Derpy's in January. And then, you know, they cut off 30% boost and then immediately Derpy. Maybe that's how it's going to be. Actually, I should... that's great. I was going to say I should finish off my rift mining. Because there is not much left. And I might as well finish it. I've done a bunch of young eye and I need to do timite. I need to get through all the obsolite. And then once I've got through the obsolite, that will be generally it for this stream. But I don't know about rift mining as well. I don't, because like I've made a lot of I've made a lot of moats, but not enough for the rift prism probably. 1.3 million moats. That's crazy. But yeah, I most likely haven't made enough to be anywhere close. I don't know. I don't know how close I need to, like, the Rift Prism. How much do I really need? It's a good question. But yeah, I need to... That was sort of a goal. It was either just to get my Timite collection up, or to get moats for Rift Prism. That was generally the reason, alongside actually just wanting to mine Timite, because I haven't mined Timite a lot. So out of those 3 goals, I've now mined Timite a decent amount. I've upped my collection a little bit. How much have I done, actually? Timite collection, have I done anything of note? Not really. I've done fuck all, apparently. It's kind of sad. I mean, I haven't done that many streams of it, to be fair. I haven't done many streams of it, and I haven't done it off stream either. Like, if I was trying to get any leaderboard position, it'd probably be off stream more than anything. That's where all the mining would have to be. Just invested 200 million in enchanted sugarcane, so hopefully I can save some. Yeah. Why have you done that then? 200 mil in enchanted sugarcane. You invested it for some upgrade that's coming in the future. I know that they're doing they're doing like a bit of an idle thing with the garden, which is kind of interesting. I might do something with that. I mean, in general, I sort of at least see what all the new things they add to skyblock is. Even fishing, which I don't do, I'll at least I'll at least see what the thing is. So with farming, it'd be, I mean, other than seeing what it is, I think it would be interesting um, to see. Alchemy. Are you try you are you trying to get your alchemy to 50 or something? Or or is like alchemy 60 coming? So what do you mean? I'm confusion. I am confusion. Ah, I see. Is it 200 mil? Enchanted Sugarcane for Alchemy 50? That doesn't seem right. I could have sworn it was a lot less than 200 mil. Although I guess 200 mil isn't that much anymore, but I don't know. You want to get Alchemy 50 and make some money from the increased demand. Increased demand of Enchanted Sugarcane. Why would there be increased demand for Enchanted Sugarcane? Do people need Alchemy 50 for something now, or is there something new happening with Alchemy? What's going on? Or is there increased demand for Enchanted Sugarcane or something? Ah, the 50% XP bonus from Derpy. True. If you had that with the 30%, that would be crazy. People get alchemy. It would make sense that uh, that prices for that would skyrocket if you had 30% on a 50%. But I guess we'll have to see whether that actually happens or not. It'd be so annoying if like if we do get a 30% on a 50%, then it would be really annoying that I didn't do well with my ice. It'll be really annoying because like the main problems with my ice is that I haven't really AFK'd it properly. In fact, I'm probably not AFKing it right now, so I should fix that. Hold on a minute. I need to fix my problem. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait until that loads. Ah shit, I keep on doing that, I'm gonna forget. Do you need AFK for coal? I need to AFK for my minions. Ooh, shit. I need to AFK the minions, otherwise they don't get their... Because, you know, if the island's not loaded, then they won't mine the ice. Is it loaded yet? What is Rift mining? It is mining Timite. It is the mountain section of the Rift. You've seen the Great Ice War video? Yeah. I think he says in that whatchamacallit, that you need to AFK the ice minions. Actually, I don't know whether he has the same setup. The setup is slightly different anyway, because I used my own ice layout, even though it's basically the same as the one Arval made, which is the one that he uses in the video, Sidron. It's pretty cool that you were mentioned. It is pretty sick. I like the framing of how I'm mentioned as well, because it's quite accurate to the reality, where it's like he's trying to. Also, I just set up my alt for AFKing. Nice. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, he's like, in the video, he's like, oh, Makash doesn't care about ice collection, and therefore, I can just manually mine to pass him. Because it's true. But it is kind of interesting how high I am in ice collection while not really trying for it. Mainly because, like, the reason I use ice minions and everything is for mining XP, is all it is. So, using hypercatalysts on those minions and the setup that I have for them alone is how I got, like, third in ice collection. Technically first if you are only counting API on people. So it is interesting how just like a very passive way you can do that. You can just have a really high collection from just minions alone. Because it really does feel like that part where, like in Technoblade's video where he's upgrading his rabbit pet, for example. Uses alchemy to upgrade his rabbit to level 100 or... what I don't get is like in the video, obviously, he got to like fourth in alchemy or something ridiculous. But now that I think about it, I'm just like, why did he get to fourth in alchemy? It surely doesn't take that much to get your rabbit to level 100, or maybe it did back in the day. I don't remember, but um, it does feel like that where because he was going for potato collection only, and in passing he gets fourth in fourth in alchemy. Like me going for mining XP, I get like third in ice. Wait, what the fuck? A Makash stream? True. Real and true. But yes, it may be ending soon. I mean, I'm almost done with my obsolete. Yeah, I'm like 4 away. He was one of the best players back in the day. True. He was the number one potato. I almost said number one potato miner. I guess it's true, but you know, it's more potato farmer. When are we getting announced streams again? Uh, Never? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, when do I ever really announce streams? It's just, you know, I just stream whenever, man. Stream whenever I want. Stream as I please. What has life been up to these days? Fucking Maurice. Who is Maurice, man? Who is Maurice? Because whenever I see Maurice, I just think of the fucking lemur from uh, Madagascar. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I was just checking whether it was like called Animals of Madagascar or something. While doing comms, I watch your old 4-hour MFM VODs. I'm actually down bad. You literally said like 3 years ago you were going to mine gold and you still haven't. Well, if you're watching the VOD of this live stream, then you'll have an interesting thing to see about that. But TLDR, next stream I'll be doing gold, probably. Do you have max G-Drag gold collection? Do I have 100 million gold? Because new max is 100 mil, right? No, no, I don't. But I'm 60% almost of the way there. I have around 3 years of streams to go still. Might be hard, not gonna lie. I don't like the idea that not the archives, man. The archives of Makash streams. I shudder to think what will be in those archives. What ungodly things would I have said? Nah, I'm pretty sure whatever I streamed was probably based. Imagine you actually just start from the fucking Cobble Gen streams. You go into you can see the progression actually. Now that I think about it, you can just see you can see the progression of mining XP metas, or at least when I realized that mining Grey Mithril is not it, and I should be mining Crystal Hollow's Mithril, because that was a great day. Going to Crystal Hollow's Mithril, my skyblock coinage went up a lot. Probably. Certainly more than the grey Mithril I was doing at the time. Actually, no, Mithril was when I really got my coins up. Because Cobble, yeah, I made some money. But then Mithril was actually, that was like an actual money-making method, as opposed to Cobblegen. We started at Skycraft? Do you mean Sky Factory? You saying that you're watching the Sky Factory streams where I typed in chat because I was uh, too nervous slash scared to chat on stream to strangers online that might be hearing what I'm saying, God forbid. So I just like typed in the chat basically. That one, damn. It's kind of an unfortunate one because then when you get to the end of that, you're just gonna be left with like a very unsatisfying ending of me just not ending, but not continuing on a project. And then you'll realize that that is a lot of projects of mine. And then you'll also realize that when you get to the part where I'm like, oh, I finished the project, like I finished fucking Raft or whatever, then you'll be like, oh shit. This guy has finished a project. This is revolutionary. He has finished a project in his life. You watch like two of them? I see. I think with some of them, I got into a mode of just like looping back and forth, where I just collect resources and not really advance towards the goal that I wanted to do. How old were you back then? Your voice sounds pretty much exactly the same as 6 years ago. Well, I don't I don't really expect my voice to change that much. But yeah, I give you context. I'm 23 now. I'll be 24 tomorrow, and therefore, 6 years ago, I would have been 17. Um, Although, I guess tomorrow, I would have been 18 then, if we're talking 6 years ago. But yeah, I'm going to be 24 tomorrow. And I think my voice has been pretty consistent for a very long time. I don't know. I don't know when my voice became deep. But it is kind of funny because, like, it was like one day. Wait, I know you're 24 tomorrow. I tracked the VOD of your birthday stream. Hell yeah. Um, but yeah, like one day you have a cold and now you just have a deep voice for the rest of your life. It's kind of crazy. That's crazy. Uh, what is Rift mining? Where is the Dean in the Crimson Isle? The Dean. That's a very good question. I actually don't know. The Dean. Is that the... That's the... Whatchamacallit? That's the... I forget the factions now that I think about it. It's Barbarian and Mage, right? It's the Mage factions. For one thing, there should be a compass on your screen somewhere to like direct you to wherever the Dean is. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. But it's like a Mage faction. I can't remember. It's like some. Oh fuck. Ah fuck. Ah fuck. Hmm. I'll think about it. Um. Well, I'm technically done then, right? Yeah, I don't know where the Dean is, but it's good you found him. Anyways, I'm done then, right? I've got all of the I've gone through all of my obsolete. Do I want to organize it like that? Oh, is that better? Fuck it, we'll leave it like that. It's just an incredibly chill, like, reader voice you have. It makes me want to sleep. Oh dear. It is interesting because sometimes I'll get compliments on my voice on stream, and I think I'll recognize why. Because sometimes I think I don't know, like sometimes I'll stream and talk like this, but then I think maybe when I stream a lot, I get a little bit more excited, and then I have a higher pitch voice. I don't know. I feel like there's some streams where I don't have the same chill in my voice. And then, I don't get as many compliments on that one. It's kind of funny. But I'm glad that people like my voice. It is nice. It is cool. When is Makash streaming with a face cam? We need the real Castle Crasher, whatever your skin is. No, I'm not doing a face cam. Also, I'm going to sell the satellite. Fuck that. Because that's an accidental craft. I was like, maybe I should sell it in the overworld for coins, but nah. But the highlight, that's going straight into moats. That is the purpose of the whole thing. But yeah, 1.5 million moats. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, chat. Let's fucking go. Let's see, is it now that I've got 1.5 million moats and that 3 stream streak of me mining Timite, and then Youngite and then Obsolete, whatever. The multi-stream of mining Timite and Rift mining in general. Can I put down a deposit on a Rift Prism? How much are these things? Oh, they're expensive. Oh, they're very expensive. Shit. Oh well. Maybe later then. But no, Facecam, I think I said in a stream long ago that I'd do Facecam at 1 million subs, I think. At 1 million subscribers. I think that was the price for Facecam. Face reveal, whatever it may be. It's basically I don't want to do it. But if I was at 1 million subs, then I'd be like, you know what, why not? That's the kind of that's the thing, I think. By the way, last question before I sleep. Since going for 1 billion ice with only minions, how do I optimally AFK with a second account 24/7? What device do you use, or should I use? You could use any device, really. I mean, I use a laptop for my alt and just leave it on. You could just use your desktop or whatever computer you use to run Minecraft. I guess you kind of want a low power device. It doesn't necessarily matter, I guess. Because, if you limit your frame rate, go into like here and change that down to like 5 FPS, then it should reduce the power usage of either your fucking 5090 god tier CPU, god tier gaming computer, or if you're just using a shitty laptop. Either one will work, But if you limit it to 5 FPS, then it's going to be, or it's just going to use a lot less power. And you literally never turn that off where do you put it? How do you avoid limbos, etc.? You don't avoid limbos. They happen. You just have to sort of keep an eye on it. Not all the time. You don't have. It depends on how much you pay attention to it. Like if you want to pay attention to it all the time, you can, but that's a bit much. That takes a bit much of your life, and is it really AFKing if you're paying attention to it all the time? It just depends on how much you check it. Like you could be in limbo for a few hours or so. Like you're not gonna have that great coverage. Um, but yeah, it depends on how much you check it. There's no avoiding limbo. It will happen. And yeah, if you want to leave it on overnight, then you don't turn it off. That's pretty much how it works. And then, the very unfortunate situation where you have a game update right as you're going to sleep, well, you won't have a full night of AFK loading your island then. It is what it is. You recommend a small old laptop? I mean, that's what I use, but you could use any computer. For energy's sake, for power, bills, and things, it's probably a good idea to set your max frame rate to 5 FPS when you're going to leave it running. That will lower the power usage of your computer that's running your alt. Thought about AFKing on your phone, but then again, I can't always have that on. I can't remember how the phone one works. Like there is a way that you can log in on your phone technically. I remember doing that for some other server, and it basically just work as like a chat. Like you could on your phone just like chat in whatever server it was. Um, but yeah, I don't know how that worked necessarily. So what? So was your routine? It's not was, it is. I still AFK. I'm AFKing right now. Uh, I just check it every now and then. Like a good rule of thumb. Actually, there really isn't a good rule of thumb. If you check it every like 12 hours or so, then yeah, you're probably going to check, or you're probably going to basically after like a certain amount of time, it's pretty guaranteed that it's not going to be online. However long it may be for your alt to get kicked from your island from a game update, or maybe the proxy's rebooting, or whatever it may be, you'll figure it out. It I don't know. I just check it every now and then. So was your routine check Ice Minion's account comms for 12 hours sleep while you played so much? I mean, when I played so much, it's really easy. Well, I mean, when you're online at least, when you're like mining, obviously you can just check whether like if you've got the alt on your fucking desk, you can just look. Um, but then, as you go to sleep, you can just check that it's running and then go to sleep. Or at least that's what I did. And then comms wise, I just did as I mean, when I was like doing comms for number one XP, I was just doing comms whenever I had free time, basically. And if you can get free time, or I don't know, it's just when you're doing like number one XP type things, it's quite simple. You just put as much time into it as you can, really. It's nice to not have to do that anymore, even though I didn't have to. But it's nice to not do it anymore, I think. Tis good. Tis good for the soul, I think. Methinks. Plus, I can, well, not I can, I am doing. I'm doing other projects which are much nicer, I think. Because Linux as a project is just kind of nice in the sense of it helps me out in real life. Technically, people be like, oh, Linux hinders you in some ways, oh, you can't run Adobe. When reality, that's actually a buff. That's it helping you. It's helping you not use Adobe. But no, I joke. Only, only a little bit though, because everything that I need to have working runs on it. So it's nice. It's great. And then anything that doesn't work, I don't care. Either I don't care enough about it, um, or yeah, actually, that's just it. Have you figured out some way to make money now? I don't really understand how you could keep up a 5 hours plus per day schedule for 5 years. Uh, as a student, you have a good amount of time. A student has a lot more time than they think. In fact, everyone has a lot more time than they think. Time is easy to find. Let's see. Let's see. Also, I mean, with like the number one thing, it's more consistency than anything else. The more time you have, the quicker it gets done. But if you have determination to do it and consistency, then you'll get it done eventually, whatever it may be. If there's a set amount of hours that need to be done for a certain thing, then as long as you keep putting in the hours, you eventually get it done. Kind of sad for me since I'm active for around 3, 4 hours a day, and that cuts my mining XP a day down a lot. Uh, well, are you going for like number one XP or something, Frostbitten? Or are you like getting collection in something? Or I don't know. You haven't seen Makash in a while. How you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm sort of about to end stream, so uh, yeah. It's like maybe, maybe. Frostbitten's like, I may be trying to get XP. 1 billion in all mining collections. Number one XP would be a side goal I'd achieve. Hmm. I don't know about number one XP being a side goal. But I don't know, man. XP is It's interesting. One quick question, how do I get 100 million gold kind of effective? I don't know. I haven't done gold properly, but next stream I do will probably be gold, so I guess I'll find out next stream. But generally with gold, I'm pretty sure it's Mines of Divin, and then, your usual fortune setup with gold, Goblin Pet. But I'm pretty sure I think they nerfed Maniac Miner. Yeah, I think they nerfed Maniac Miner. But then I don't remember people complaining about it too much. Maybe it's just just use mining speed boost anyway. You just uh insta mine gold. I mean, to be fair, it kind of offers itself. Like 1 billion ice is going to give me 2 billion XP, obby, plus mithril around 6 billion, etc. I'd already have like 12 billion by that point, and I can still do gold, tungsten, umber, glaciate at that point. Yeah, that's true. It does take a long time to do those things, though. And consistency is the main thing. Not getting burnt out and uh, dedication. That is pretty much all things in skyblock is dedication and sticking to the thing. Even from like the small scale to the large scale. It's just all levels of dedication and time investment. Holy time investment. With most mining methods giving around 6 mil XP an hour, and comms being 16 million an hour on average for me, it'd only be a few thousand hours. A few thousand. I mean, true. Very true. It is easier now with the 30% boost, I would guess. That 30% boost is going to be quite nice because of how long it'll last. From the sounds of it, it'll be from now until at least the 1st of January, it seems. Remember, all this is just for a pixel on a screen. Indeed. I mean, it's for stuff. It is for. Oh, okay, that's great. It is for the goal. You have a goal, and you may get said goal. But there you go. I'm gonna end stream here. Thank you all for watching. I don't think there's anyone else left watching. To be honest, I think it's just Kay Fredrickson and Frostbitten Die. But regardless, good night to you lot. And uh, yeah, we'll see you when I next stream. I'm gonna tell you now it won't be tomorrow because it's my birthday tomorrow, and I'm not gonna stream on my birthday. But maybe sooner than before. But I can't necessarily guarantee that because like it's one of those things where like I'll stream and then a few days go on and then insert thing happens, insert for like whatever it may be, whatever thing happens, and then like shit, I can't really stream for a few days. And then I don't stream for a few days, And then I forget about streaming, and then I remember about streaming, and then it's been like a week or two, and then I might stream. And then I'll be like, oh, I'll stream tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. Has anyone ever tested Crystal Hollow's Mithril after Battle rework slash with new Pico cooldown? I'd imagine it being pretty OP even without the double XP. Uh, I feel like, whatchamacallit, I feel like Crystal Hollow's Mithril is a very dead area for XP. Um, I think double XP on the Mithril was the main thing keeping it alive. Glaciite Tunnels commissions are just so much better. They're just the level of XP difference between them. And comms being buffed as well, with more frequent mine shafts and the 30% XP boost going on as well. Seems pretty good. Bal rework, though. What about a Bal rework? Why the fuck am I doing that when I can just look at the Bal in my... I can just look at the Bal in my own goddamn inventory. Comms are so nerfed in comparison to efficient miner commed. Eh? What do you mean? Comms are so nerfed in comparison to efficient miner comd. America, explain. America. What was that thing they did recently with, it wasn't Chimera, it was, Minus Relic. No, it wasn't Minus Relic. It was an upgrade to Minus Relic. Hold on a minute. That's the thing that I also need to do, because that's actually... Yeah, that's the thing. I need to get the Hephaestus Relic. That's so annoying, because not only is that Hephaestus Relic going to be... actually, it's probably not going to be too... No, no, it looks expensive. Anyway, the amount of Hephaestus relics I need is going to be ridiculous. Like, look at how many minus relics I have. I have one there. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not just minus relic. Okay, I don't actually know how many. So I have one on you, and I have one on you. So at the very least, I need 3. But the other problem here is that because of the Hephaestus relic being an upgraded minus relic, it changes the calculations for certain things. Like you, Quick Claw. Every 2 pet levels you gain 1 speed and 1 fortune. So 50 speed, 50 fortune. Or minus Hephaestus relic, it's now 50 speed from that and a little bit more than 50 speed or 50 fortune, sorry, on the on mining fortune. It's only better for scattering golden dragon. It's been tested. Quick Claw, that one, yeah, that's obvious. It's mainly the quick claws, but you know, if it's just Scather, then it's not bad. Or Fortune. Quick Claw on... If you mind Jasper Mineshafts, it'd be better for Glaciite Golem as well. That's the Mithril Golem. I'm being a bit silly here. That one. I use minus relic anyway on this. So yeah, that was when I was going to use Hephaestus relic on anyway. This one, no, because that's less mining fortune. This one doesn't have any good base stats. Uh, yeah, no, a Hephaestus relic on this one is a direct upgrade. It's more expensive, but oh wait, no, it's not a direct upgrade. You do lose 50 speed. You lose 50 mining speed, but you gain more heat resistance, which you don't really need. Yeah, but you never use anything other than silverfish anyway. Yeah, but like, I like to have the best mining stuff, regardless. As far as I know, I still have maxed out mining gear. You need exactly two. I need a little bit more than two, actually. Hold. Minus. I need four. So those three are guaranteed because they're already minus relic. This one is better now, so I need four. I think it's four, right? You literally avoid getting maxed comms. How do I avoid getting maxed comms? What do you mean? I mean, I don't do all the switching stuff, but that's just effort, you know? It's effort and the lag makes it less worth it for me, in particular. You're missing armadillo swapping perfect jades instead of topaz on your drills and armor swapping plus scather swapping. Uh, I actually do need a. I think mythic armadillo is for everyone now, isn't it? How do you okay. How do I get this? Alright then. Frozen Scute. How do you get it? Ah, fuck's sake. I have the same ping as you. I don't think it's worth it at hyping. I don't think it's worth. I'm not doing it. I disagree. Frozen Scute has a base chart. Oh, it's from Umber and Tungsten corpses. That's actually kind of nice. That's kind of cool now that I think about it. It's actually an RNG from. It's not just an RNG, it's a fucking 20 million coin RNG from doing Glaciate comms. That's kind of nice. I should do that. That's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna do that. Loot Vangs and Tungsten slash Umber corpses. It is worth it though. I've tested and there's evidence. I don't want to do it though. That's way. You're swapping. Hold on. Armadillo, Perfect Jades. Is that a different? Ah, yeah. Perfect Jades on your drill, which I have on this one. Well, you're talking about that one having Perfect Jades. Armor swapping and scatter swapping. Is that swapping Jaded Divan to Dimensional I think it's Jaded to Dimensional Divan, isn't it? Perfect Jade on both drills. Yeah, the thing is with scath swapping, if you're swapping 3 pets, that's crazy. Swapping 3 pets though, all for that double gemstone drop, and then you get the extra fortune on that, and you know other stuff. That is crazy. Use Jaded Divan to do calm dimensional bat person with Silfish to claim. Yeah. In theory, it could be cheap. In theory. Could just Jaded this. You can make the pet rules equip Divan, equip Dilla, and then gain mining collection, equip Scather. That's a lot of swapping. Alright, let's see. Did they make that quicker? I also don't remember whether this was on page 1. I think this may have been on like page 2 before. Even then, you're still missing the Balrog swap. But that's too much for today. Yeah, and that Balrog swap is crazy. It is also kind of crazy that we've got 3 wardrobe slots now. Oh, well, sorry, 3 wardrobe rows. It's needed, I'll tell you that. But the fact that we have 3 wardrobe rows now is ridiculous. And it's something I should start. Thank you, hypixel, very cool. But yeah, no, it's crazy. 3 whole fucking wardrobe rows. That's so many. Cost gems, though. And of course, I have just under the amount of gems for the second one. See, they added in that so that they could fund Hytale's future development. 100%. That combined with the cost of pre-ordering it, I bet. For real, for real. Well then, I shall end it here. Like I said a few minutes ago. I shall see you in the next stream, whenever that may be. But for now, see ya. Wait, there's a new ultimate pet skin for Scatha. Alright then. Alright, hold on. I'll have a look at that. Gummy Worm Scatha. Skin is swappable between 15 gummy worms. Okay, hold. Hold, we will do the I'm ending stream again. But I need to see this. Recently ended. Oh, I can't even see it. Damn, that's cringe. It's not even in here yet, so I can't like. Actually, no, you can't even see these either. That's a shame. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.